Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Ninjago J and Nia's Race Car EVO EVO. This is set number 71776. It has 536 pieces, and I paid $34.50 for this set. Now, this set retails for $50, but I was able to get it on sale for roughly 30% off. 10% would be $5, 20% would be $10, 30% would be $15 off. So this is roughly that. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, while we are going over the build portion of this video, I just wanted to take a moment to say, if you haven't noticed, I have changed some of my camera setup. So if you like it or if you've noticed, please leave a comment below with some feedback. I really am trying to improve what I do here. But I also wanted to remind you that if you do like this video, click on that like button. And if you like the other videos on my channel, click on that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future. Now, because I had some audio issues when I was recording this that has to do with my new camera setting, this might be slightly different than my normal build portion of the video, but when I get to the actual review here for this set, everything should be back to normal. So I really appreciate everybody watching and bearing with me through this, and hopefully I can keep improving on the reviews and videos that I deliver. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for everybody that watches and comments and likes and subscribes. It's really helpful for a small channel like mine to get that engagement so I can reach new audiences, so I can continue to grow and expand and improve. So I'm very grateful for everybody who engages with my content in whatever way they do. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And now back to the rest of the video, and then back to the rest of the review. Okay, so that is this Lego Ninjago J and Nia's Race Car EVO or EVO. This is a really great set. I really liked this, and there's a lot of stuff here to talk about, so I'm going to jump right in, taking a look at the minifigures first. And because of my new camera setup, I'm going to try something here a little different. Hopefully we can see as much detail as we can, and let's see what I can do here. So the first minifigure to look at is this J minifigure. Nice printing on the torso. I think I have this J figure from some other sets, but I think this is the first J that I've gotten with the dual molded hair here. So this hairpiece is molded with the headband on there as one piece, which is really nice to see. This set also comes with J's sort of face mask dual molded there, which is great as well, but nice to get that hairpiece. The torso is really great, mismatched arms here, printing in the midsection there, printing on the legs, which is really nice. J comes with this kind of built nunchuck in the pearl gold and gunmetal kind of gray sort of colors there, so that is very nice. I will take that off. Jay does have an extra or alternate face printing here, which is great. This is what Jay would look like with the cowl on the head there, but this is a really nice minifigure for Jay, and the back is very good too. Does have the kind of katana holder there that goes around the neck. I will take that off so we can see the back printing here for Jay. And the back printing does have the same kind of color scheme and Jay's emblem there for that. So really nice Jay minifigure. The next minifigure we'll look at is Naya or Nia. This one is really, really great, and I don't think I had this one. Really fine printed detail on the minifigure's left-hand side there. So that's really, really lovely. Tons of good lines up here. Really great colors there. Mismatched arms again, which is great. Printing on the midsection and printing on the legs. Naya does have this kind of brick-built accessory with this gunmetal gray blade part. Is kind of a newer piece to me, at least. I don't see that very often, at least not in that color. So that's really great as an accessory. Naya does have an alternate face printing here, so we get the one and we get the other one, and then great printing on the back behind the katana holder. So I will take off that back piece so we can see the back printing here, and we can see this continues that really fine lines, concentric circles there, and Naya's kind of emblem or Ninjago emblem there, which is really, really great. So another awesome Ninjago or ninja character for the minifigure there. Then we get two kind of antagonist minifigures. I believe they're called like Cobra Destructor and Boa Mechanic, or Cobra Mechanic and Boa Constructor or something. So I'm not actually sure which one this is, but this is really, really great. The dual molded kind of snake head piece here, which is really awesome. Incredibly detailed printing for the torso with a lot of metallic kind of accents and a kind of scaly sort of armor looking thing. Printing on the midsection, printing on the legs. We do have a kind of silver katana piece for this character. And then this character has what I call kind of like the Doc Ock back piece here that goes around the neck. So we get a couple like flamethrower torches built on there, and then a couple like robotic arms, one which is holding a wrench right now, which is very cool to see. I really, really liked that, to hold some extra accessories. And I've never really seen one built like that with the fire or flamethrowers there. But I will take that off so we can see the back of this minifigure. Also really, really great printing, kind of scaly armor like printing there on the back, so that's really terrific. And then we have the last minifigure in this set, another antagonist, a snake-headed person, kind of the inverse colors of the head there for this one. So different dual molded head. This one for accessories does have the pauldrons here and has these kind of nice molded big claw hand things here. So I will take those off, and we can see a different torso print, which is really, really nice. Also some great detail, great metallic detail, which is lovely to see. The midsection and the legs are the same for these snake characters there. And then on the back, we can see a different back printing as well, with more kind of, it looks like kind of scaly armor-like stuff there, which is really, really great. So all of those figures are quite good. We get 4 figures in the set, which is nice. And now I'll pull us back out here and look at the rest of this set. So the first thing you build is kind of this little side build thing, which is a glider. I believe this is Naya's or Nia's glider here. So they can be kind of studded onto that, and this has nice gold accents here. Same with these blades, a little translucent at the front. It's a very simple build, but it's pretty compact and it's pretty nice, and it can actually be attached to some other parts of this set, so that is pretty cool as well. There's some utility there. Then the next thing you build is this whirlycopter, this helicopter, which is for the Cobra or Boa or the snake characters here. And I think it's so cool to get a like antagonist vehicle here that's like a really built out full vehicle, because in some of the new like Dragon Rising sets, most of them for the side characters or for the antagonists, they get kind of small builds that feel very much like a side buildy thing, much more akin to this glider here. They don't get full on kind of vehicles. The one exception to that would maybe be the Empress mech in the Dragon Rising series, which actually has an antagonist have like a fully built out thing. But in this set, we get this really nice kind of helicopter here that could almost be a set on its own. So this was a really interesting build. There's some great colors there that matches the color scheme of those figures, which is lovely. It does have some functionality with the rotors here, the rotary blades there for spinning around. They're actually at kind of a cool angle here, which makes me feel like this would fly kind of like this instead of just flat, probably something like that, which is really aggressive and striking and cool. So it's nice to be able to do that. There is some wiggle room there, but that's totally cool. I like that. I like how this was built here. This is an interesting piece and an interesting color for the back tail. We get some translucent kind of stuff and some orange katanas on these kind of struts or feet landing gear here for the helicopter. We also get maybe these Technic pins indicating some sort of weaponry or something like that. And then the cockpit is built in a really, really interesting way. So we have these dome pieces that are kind of like windscreens on either side. Those are clipped on. They can be moved out like that, which looks pretty cool as well. We can see there are some gaps around that, but that doesn't really bother me very much. The front of this uses what I call like the mech chest armor piece or something, which is awesome. And actually inside of there is a little clip on arm with a bar element there indicating kind of like a joystick or a control lever or something for the internals there. And then we have this kind of other element here that folds down that's just built up with kind of bars and clip pieces or like mech finger pieces there. And this is open, which I could see people not liking all the gaps and stuff. I actually think it's kind of cool. It's kind of unique. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but that's okay. And I just think this is a really cool cockpit design. Can fit one of the Cobra figures in there, which is really, really great and a great use of pieces. And then all the back of this is a pretty interesting build, and it's nice. A lot of play potential here. So very cool. I think this could use like a stud shooter or a spring-loaded shooter or something. There's not really any active projectiles on here, and if this were to engage with other elements of the set, I think that would be a really nice addition. The one other kind of complaint I have is that these pieces with the translucent round bricks are just on jumper plates all the way around, so they just have one stud connection. So if play gets a little aggressive, these are very easy and prone to pop off, which it's just not a very strong connection there, but it's not too bad. I haven't had too much difficulty when I'm handling this, but that is something to note that those are just on one jumper stud there. We can see there are stickers on this helicopter. We get a sticker on this side and we get a sticker on this side. Those are the two stickers for this, but I can't stress it enough how cool it is for a set at this price point, at this piece count, to have like a fully built set for these Cobra characters here. I think that's really, really cool and adds a ton of play value for this set. Then the rest of the build is for Jay's or Jay and Nia's race car here, which is really, really cool. I love the colors of it. It's kind of typical Jay colors with the blue and darker blue and kind of that pastel lightning yellow accents at different places, which is great. We also have a lot of gold accents in the front and the back, which is somewhat typical of the like EVO line stuff. The overall shaping is pretty cool. There's a little bit of rake because the back wheels are much larger than the front wheels here. We get some adornments at the front and at the back. And this angle at the front is really nice with that tiled out, really feels complete. If we look at the bottom, we can see there's some interesting kind of like Technic pins and Technic bricked stuff to extend this chassis out, because this is kind of a typical like Speed Champions chassis, but it needed to extend wider and further back and forward. So they did that in some somewhat interesting ways there. And we can see that the windscreen, this can open up, and inside we have some spots for some minifigures. We could fit 2 minifigures in there. We do have a steering wheel, and I will put Jay in there because this is one of my complaints about this vehicle and this part of the set here. Let me get Jay's headpiece on, is that when a minifigure is placed into the driving position, they are sitting so outrageously low. They can barely see out over the side panels or the door panels for this vehicle. I find it hard to believe they could see out the front. So they're just so low, so recessed in there that it feels very, very awkward and weird. And there's not enough forward rake to make it like make sense that they're sitting so deep in there. So that's very strange. The other thing is, this windscreen and this cockpit cover, there's a pretty sizable gap here, and it's not because it is hitting the headpiece or anything like that. It just does not come down all the way, and that's because of these pieces under here. And that's a pretty big bummer. The gaps on the helicopter don't bother me, but the ones here do for whatever reason. And if you try to push this down all the way, it actually unconnects the windscreen element from those tiles there, which is a real shame. So I wish that could have been done a little bit differently, and I wish there was maybe a couple more plates or even a brick or something to put underneath the minifigures here to raise them up in the driver's seat so they don't feel so hidden there. And it might offer them a lot of protection, but I can't imagine it'd be easy or safe to drive like this. So I was pretty shocked that there wasn't kind of something else to elevate them in there, because they just sit so low in there. But the build for this is pretty interesting. Like I said, using those Technic stuff to kind of extend it, get nice fenders back here and different color ones up there. And the wheels rotate really, really well. The colors are really great. Back here, we have another element that can kind of move there, and that, I believe, is to connect the glider to the back of the race car here, which is really, really neat, because then these kind of gold elements kind of mirror or emulate the ones on the front, and it feels like really complete and really, really nice when that is on there, and then that can be deployed and played with separately or reattached, which is great. This car is really solidly built. These side panels are all just on a pretty considerable plate there with some studs on these side kind of brackets and stuff. So that's really nice. All the detail is really, really cool. Good angles, good shaping, and it's very solid. It feels like very heavy and very hefty here. We can see some of the other stickers from this set are used on the side, one here, same on the other side, so that's 4 there. And then at the front here is the 5th sticker that is on this. The sticker sheet is right here, just these 7 stickers, so 2 for the helicopter and 5 for the car. Not too bad, easy enough to put on, and they look really, really cool that they line up so well, and the color is so striking and vibrant and electrifying, which I think is appropriate, so that's really, really great. We can see here at the back, this flag is a print, quite a good one, so that is really nice. And then up at the front by these kind of pastel yellow kind of accented pieces here and the gold katanas there, we can see we have some tile shooters or stud shooters that can articulate. I think it looks really cool when they're down all the way, because it almost just looks like part of an engine or like some other just detail, but then they can actually move and be a functional accessory to this vehicle, which I think is great. And they can also be angled to aim, which is really, really nice. So I really like that for play and display. This is pretty cool. So that's really, really nice. And I think this is a really great car. I just think the characters sit too low in it, and this gap is a little bit frustrating. But other than that, it's a really great toy, super solidly built, and it looks really, really cool. We can see here, these are the tiles that you would use for the tile or stud shooters there. So you get several of those, which is very nice. And then over here are the extra pieces. So let me grab those. And the extra pieces, you get a lot of extra stuff, some extra gold. You get an extra of each of the katana colors. So we get the pastel kind of yellow and this kind of grayish, bluish, tealish color. We get the gold one and the silver one there. Oh, we actually do not get an extra of the orange one, it doesn't look like. So that's kind of interesting, but we do get 4 extra katanas in different colors, some other gold pieces in here, gold chains, and then your 1x1s, your rounded studs, your tiles, your all different stuff in there. So those are the extra pieces. So as I mentioned, I got this set on sale, roughly 30% off, which brings it down to $34. This set normally retails for $50. I think for $34 for, over 500 pieces, this is a great deal because we get 2 kind of pretty substantial builds and then what I would consider 1 kind of side build. We get 4 fantastic figures here, which is excellent. And so I think at $35, this is a great set. At $50, I actually think this set is still really quite good. And there's a few reasons for that. One is just the piece count, the price per piece ratio makes sense. There are like specialized pieces in here, these kind of gold molded pieces, these ones, the print, these big rotary blades, and there's different specialized pieces in this. So there's a lot of really cool stuff here, including the tires and the rims and everything for those. So that's great. So I actually think at $50, this set kind of makes sense too, because this car might be $25 or $30. This might be $10 or $15. This might be $5. And then we get all the minifigures and their accessories, which seems to get right about to $50. So I think that's a pretty good price for it, but I was able to get this on sale. On the sale price that I paid, it was a very good deal, and I am very happy with it. The build was very fun, and I think there's a ton of play potential, and there's good display potential to add this to other kind of Ninjago type things. I think it's so cool that we get a build for the snake characters or the Cobra people there. I think the helicopter being a part of this set really ups the play value a lot, because if there's more than one person playing with just this set, they can each have kind of their own kind of toy or their own build there. I also think even if one was playing by themselves, this is really great to interact with, and it's so nice to get like a fully formed, fully realized build for what I perceive to be the antagonists of this set. So that's really cool, and this is a really great build on its own. So I'm a big fan of that. I have some issues with the car, but overall really great set, and I enjoy building it and I enjoyed talking about it. So I think this is another winner. This is a thumbs up. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing in the future, including more LEGO Ninjago, retired sets, new sets, older sets, and then tons of other LEGO themes, all different shapes and sizes and price points and piece counts. Tons of different LEGO stuff coming up, so click that subscribe button so you don't miss it. And if you want to support this channel, the best way to do that is over at the SoBricks Patreon page, where for as little as $2 a month or $5 or $10 or whatever, you can get access to all my videos early. You can get access to exclusive videos. You can get your name on the end of my videos. We're going to be doing some live streams, some Q&As, and tons of other stuff over there, potentially some giveaways and all sorts of different things I have planned for the Patreon, so maybe consider checking that out. Every little bit helps, and I am very, very grateful for everyone that gives and everyone that likes and subscribes and comments. It's very, very helpful to me and makes this feel worthwhile because I love talking about Lego, and I'm so glad I can share my passion for this toy and this hobby with other people out there. So thank you very much for everybody for engaging. I really appreciate it. And until next time, thanks. Bye.